Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Welcome back to another episode of No Judgement Zone. No Judgement Zone and cue intro music. Thank you. And we're back.
Back.
So Weaver,
Goose.
how's your week been?
Oh, my week's actually been great.
Has it?
I left a job that I really hate. So that's...
It's really hard to like chat before the pod because I know this.
Yeah, I know. But
For our viewers.
our dear listeners, all 5 of them, don't know this. Hi, Mum. How you doing?
Hey mom, hey dad, hey my sister.
Yeah. So that was phenomenal. And I have some, we said that we'd start our episodes with embarrassing stories. I have 2 good ones this week.
Oh, okay, great.
As in, I don't know how embarrassing they are, but one's about fainting again.
Bloody hell, woman. Control yourself.
Control yourself. And the other one is about a prank call I got at work that turned out not to be a prank, but I thought it was.
I feel like you said the punchline.
Oh, yeah, I have. Oh, well.
Okay.
All right, so the fainting one. We'll go with that first.
I can't
You're
believe
going to
you.
crack up with us because
Okay.
you're going to be like, you're ridiculous. Like, this is so dumb.
That ship sailed. At least 10 years ago.
At least 10 years ago. More like 20.
Yeah, true.
So I had a life coaching session this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
You did?
No.
You did want to... No, you didn't.
Wait, what?
Wait, life coaching?
Yeah.
Because you had some kind of other coaching going on.
Yes, with my cousin's wife.
Yes.
But because she's like still training and everything, so she was like, right, I feel like now you go to like a properly,
trained life coach.
person. Yeah. I was like, sick.
Okay.
And I wanted someone that was a combined therapist as well, because, we've got some issues that we need to work through, but like we don't want to focus on that anymore. We want to like be productive and forward focusing.
Fair play.
Bring in the life coach.
Oh, yeah.
Found this woman, amazing. I don't know if I can use her real name. Let's call her like
Wendy,
love. She kind of suits that. So I've been speaking to Wendy for like a good few months now. Wendy's great, like...
Wait, a few months?
Yeah.
You've been going to this life coach?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
But like on and off, it's not been consistent because I've just not had the time. But it's been really good, like helping me to... on a more, God, we're getting deep, on a more like physiological level, overcoming anxiety. So not less about thoughts and more about body reactions and stuff. And it's been really good. Anyway, so we've been like, we're kind of at a point now where we're like, you know what? I feel like on a logical, conscious level, I'm very aware of everything, but we need to access the subconscious mind because the subconscious mind believes that I'm in danger all the time and something really bad's happening when it's not.
Yeah.
And I can tell myself and write my gratitudes every day and do all these things, but doesn't shift it. So she was like, right, we've got 2 things that we can do about this. And she's training both of them. She's training like everything. It's crazy. First step is EFT, which is emotional freedom tapping. And the second thing is RTT, which is like hypnotherapy, which I'm going to try at some point, but not yet. So I was like, she was like, I'm not going to charge you for the session. Just see if you like it, because some people really get on with it, some people don't.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, great.
Nice.
I'm not losing anything by doing this. Like, let's try it. So we speak on Zoom because she lives further away, and like we sit down and she's like, right, so this is what this session's going to be, and like I basically follow her guidance and we tap different parts of the body and say these affirmations. And for some people it's almost like acupuncture where it can be really impactful, but for some people it doesn't really work, and it's like meant to like help reduce anxiety and stuff like that.
Right. I've heard about that. Well,
yeah,
I've heard about it on TikTok.
Yeah. It was quite
like,
big in
people tapping
exactly.
if they feel panic.
And it got really big over the pandemic apparently because obviously people were less in physical contact with others.
Yeah.
And like tapping themselves brought on like a lot of soothing qualities.
How interesting.
I
God,
know.
the body's so weird.
So weird.
Just tap your elbow and you're like, I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Who was here this whole time?
Yeah. So like we're starting doing this session and I'm like tapping all these different parts and I'm like, I wonder if this will make me feel sick. Because like there was just something about
Why
it.
does your brain
I know.
do this to
I
you?
know. And like it was like, you know, like tapping like on the outside of the hand and then like the crown of the head, and then you go like forehead, brow, inner brow, under the eye, above the nose, the chin, the collarbone, under the arm, whatever, and you repeat. Did like 2 cycles of it, and I was like, I'm gonna faint. So I had to say, I was like, Wendy, we need to stop because I'm gonna pass out. She was like, oh my god, I've never had a reaction so strong before. And I was literally on Zoom with my head on the table, like, what the fuck is my life? And then
Oh my god.
I was like, I just need to lie here for a second. And she's like, that's okay, like take your time. And then like after like 5 minutes, I put my head up and I am white as paper. She was like, because she used to be a nurse back in the day. She was like, darling, you don't look well. And I was like, I don't feel well. She was like, right, because I was staying in my room and my bed is
Oh my
behind me
God.
on Zoom. And she was like, right, just go and lie on the bed and we'll do a guided meditation. So I'm just lying on my bed, like, and she's like doing this guided meditation with me over Zoom, which actually was bloody lovely. That was really great.
Yeah, I bet. You're right. You are a mess.
I am a mess.
You are a mess.
I know.
But it just your mind, like,
Yeah.
why does
It's
it just want to
against me.
fuck you in the ass every day?
All the time.
It's just like, is this gonna make you feel sick?
Yeah. yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I wonder if this will make you feel sick. And I'm like, no, please. Please.
What emotion would that be in Inside Out? Like,
It's giving like
Regina
bitch.
George.
Yeah, it's giving Regina George. Like,
yeah.
I think today we're gonna make you feel sick. And I'm like, Regina, please. Yeah.
What was it like? What about it made you start to feel
There's
sick?
something about like tapping the skin that makes me feel unwell. I don't know how to describe it. There's something about tapping the hand and like
Tapping the hand.
I think because it feels like I'm like summoning my blood or something. I don't know. It feels
Come here, bitch.
yeah. And but there's something I feel weird about, like I don't know, like hands, like fingers tapping on skin. Like there's just skin I feel really weird about. There's something about skin. I don't know.
You feel weird about the entire human body.
I do.
Like,
The whole
you can't
human...
wrap your head around
And
the
I
fact that it
can't.
exists.
Exactly. Tell me now how it works that we are literally a bag of bones and guts and flesh and blood, and we're held together
I'm
by
gonna
this
faint now.
sack of skin. How does that work?
No, I'm not saying it's bizarre.
It's fucking bizarre.
As in, it isn't.
Yeah. I just
No,
the
it's
human
really
body,
weird.
and she said to me, she's like, "Has this happened before?" And I was like, "Yeah, Wendy."
You're like,
look,
Wendy?
let me tell
has
you,
this happened
has
before?
this happened before, babe?
Listen
I've been
to the
concussed.
podcast.
Yeah. I've been in the back of an ambulance, not remembering what day it was. True story. True fucking story.
Over, what was it? A science
Worms coming out a
video?
girl's neck in
That was
science
it.
class.
That's disgusting.
It is
to be fair.
disgusting.
Why would you show that with no
And I
warning?
fainted at a brittle bone assembly.
Ah, yes, the brittle bone assembly.
Like stuff like that. It's like bone, skin, blood.
Yeah.
Just like the human body is not for me.
Have you heard about that film that's come out called The Substance?
No. Am I gonna faint?
It's body horror.
What does that mean?
It's body gore, where like it's about body dysmorphia, but it's all a metaphor. So she like, that's not a spoiler by the way, but it's like her body turns into this kind of like creature, but there's a lot of like body stuff the whole way through to like
See, like I
big
hated
metaphor.
like, you know, in Black Swan,
Oh, no,
like
don't.
stuff like that. Like
I couldn't watch that.
disgusting.
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 No, that's fair.
So that's my one embarrassing story. The next
Wow.
one is early this week at work. I work at a music university and I work on reception, and I get a call and they're like, hi, like I work for like a music production company and we're really interested in working with some of your students. Like, do you think they'd be interested? And I was like, yeah, sure, I can give you a careers email, like blah, 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 you can get in touch. Bear with me one moment, I'll find the email for you. Then he's like, have you heard of Yumi Bum Bum Train?
Yes, I've heard of Yumi Bum Bum Train. I've heard that it's a cult.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Shut
I'm sorry to put a pin in your story here.
Shut the fuck up.
But Yumi Bum Bum Train, I first heard this from my ex-boyfriend, the first one. We'll call him Dale.
But you went out with Dale yonks ago.
Yeah, it's been going on for yonks. Dale says, I'm thinking of joining Yumi Bum Bum Train. And who am I kidding? It's Charlie. Like, so
no anonymity.
If he listened to this, he'd be like, it's obviously me.
How is it obviously him? No one's going to listen to this and be like, Dale, that's fucking Charlie. No one.
This is not a short one, is it?
Just casually dropping Lorax's name.
It's not Tom, Zick, or Harry, so... So Charlie was like,
I hope he listens to this.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
Well, he did slide back in the DMs after 8 years.
That's the tea.
So he was like, I'm thinking of joining Yumi Bum Bum Train. And I was like, what the... I started laughing at first because I was like, that sounds fucking hilarious and exactly like something you would do.
Yeah, that does sound quite...
Like, what is it?
Yeah.
And he was saying, it's like this immersive theatre thing where you can't buy tickets, you have to be told about it to then purchase a ticket. So it's word of mouth. And it's stuff like you go into a room and like celebrities go to it and you go into these weird little rooms and then there's an actor acting something out. And it's kind of like these personal shows and you go around the building watching these different people in these different rooms do their own performances. And sometimes the performances will be like someone just sat in an armchair watching TV and it will be like an actor.
I hate that shit.
Yes.
That's such fucking bullshit.
So a couple of years later, someone mentions to me Yumi Bum Bum Train, and I was like, I've heard about this. Like, my ex wanted to join, and they were like, yeah, it's a huge cult. They said I was part of it, and they said I was locked in that room for 10 hours performing, no food, no water.
Oh, they were a performer. They
yeah.
weren't like an attendee.
No, they were a performer. They were a performer.
Okay.
I hope I don't get defamed for this. This is just rumors. I'm not making any claims, but this is just what I heard. And yeah, they were like, I then wanted to leave after being treated really badly, and they were like, you can't leave. Like, you have to work your way up you know how like cults have their tiers,
What?
and you have to, like, for lack of a better phrase, bum lick like the guy at the top. So nothing sexual, but like you would have to like work your way to be like the best performer at Yumi Bum Bum Train.
What?
So I've heard weird things about that.
I need to tell the
group.
university because basically I'll finish my story.
Okay, yeah.
So they called and I was like, this is a student, and I was like, sorry, say that again. He's like, have you heard of Yumi Bum Bum Train? And I hang up because I'm like, fucking twat, like someone's just prank calling me. Then they call back and I'm like, ignore. And I told my colleague and she's like, oh yeah, fuck that. Like, we tried to find the number on the system to see if a student was prank calling us. Like, we were fully like, oh, whatever. Somehow they must have found the careers team email because today careers put out a newsletter for the university advertising Yumi Bum Bum Train. And then my colleague sent it to me and she was like, it wasn't a prank, it's real. And I was like, what? And we were like howling. But
That's
now you told me
hilarious.
this, I'm like, I need to tell her to like take that down so students don't get involved in that.
I mean, unless what I heard is a lie. Because I heard that from
No, but
one
like
person.
I looked at the website and I was like, this looks so weird.
Does it?
It looks so weird. And also, who leads a marketing call by being like, have you heard of Yumi Bum Bum Train?
Because of the whole word of mouth thing. Have you heard of the cult? Like, have you heard about the secret?
Yeah. See, I didn't think that. I was just like, this is just some knob, like, prank
Yeah.
calling. That's
How interesting.
wild.
Wow. Gosh, I never knew those paths would cross with us.
I mean,
Yumi Bum Bum Train. We should go to a show.
I'm scared.
I would be... I think I'm more curious than scared because I think the audience members probably...
They're safe.
They're safe.
Still, though, it's still
But I would need
weird
to find
me.
someone to invite us. Like...
Well, I've been invited.
Weird. You've been invited?
I've got the in.
I'd be down.
Okay,
We can
maybe.
discuss it in the next podcast.
Yeah, if you don't ever hear from us again, you know why.
Not defaming.
Have
Just
you got any embarrassing
might
stories of the week?
I actually do. I thought
Okay.
I didn't, but I do.
Good.
So obviously I got all wasted last night.
Wasted.
Wasted.
On Thursday night. It's freelance life.
It's a new Friday. On a weekday. And,
She went at 5 a.m.
I got home at 5 a.m.
You were
I'm a
in the
big old
judgment
age.
zone. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, fair. I'm always in the judgment zone. So I So I was at Jerry's, which is in Soho, and it's kind of like this very small little underground jazz club. I'd recommend it. It's good crack. And I went outside, and by this point I did so much to drink. I was like
Blind.
yeah, blind and chatty and
A slut.
Well, in lieu of that, I was talking to this guy.
Oh yeah.
And
All comes out now.
and so there's not like a huge area you can go, like it's just the street when you go out. So we were kind of like staying very close to the door. And I was standing my back was to the door. I didn't realise someone had opened it. So I was going la 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 la, chatting away, and I was like, we should go back in. So I stepped back to then turn around to open what I thought was a closed door. I step back, turn. This is like a whole movement in one. Go, like, put my hand to go on the door. It goes through because the door's open. And I land, like, when you're on your hands and knees. Like,
when I came in today, I was like, have you thought of an embarrassing story? And you're like, oh no, I don't really have one, to be honest.
You fully decked it. I was more thinking of like, what do I do in my day-to-day life? But I forgot that, when I get drunk, everything happens.
Yeah.
So I was on my hands and knees, like my bum towards this guy. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. And I had to like scramble up, and then safe to say we didn't talk for the rest of the night.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh.
I got lost in the crowd. He got lost in the
yeah.
crowd. It was one of those things. And I did.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I was on all fours, bum in the air. Would you? Boom.
All in one swift
By the way,
movement.
for listeners, it was that one smooth move that got me.
That's hilarious.
Ass up, facing this guy.
Ass up, titties down. In the doorway of a bar in Soho. Now, if that's not a good night.
That's my Thursday night.
Yeah.
That's not a good night. I don't know what it
is.
is.
Soil. Right, today we're going to talk about icks, and then we've got some wild stories for you.
Yeah.
So, when I was like thinking about icks, I always find it really hard to think of stuff like that. So I went to Google, and my favourite kind of icks are the ones that are extremely specific.
Niche.
Really niche.
Yeah.
So I was like,
have you got an experience of an ick yourself?
I have quite a niche one.
Okay.
Well, no, but the thing is though, I haven't got the ick to the point where I'm like, well, I don't know, because I'm thinking about icks with people I've dated, and I've only had 2 relationships. I'm not really thinking about like, and I've not dated much because I've been in 2 very long-term relationships.
True.
So when I think about icks, I think about things that my exes may have done that I'm like, that was a bit icky, but like not to the point where I'm like, I'm breaking up with you. Like, it's just like when they would do it, I'd be like,
ooh.
ooh. And like, do you know what one of them was? This was my first ex that would do this. He would lean like on his fist. So he would lean like with his fist rather than his hand.
I actually think you told me
and I don't know why, but I was like, that makes me want to be sick.
As in like lean on what? Like lean on a door?
No. So like say we were like sitting on the grass or something, and he would lean with his fist rather than like a flat hand out.
Oh no, that's so wrong.
Or like he would lean forward on his leg, on his thigh with like his fist like that and his little thumb out. And I was like, that's weird.
Oh no, that's wrong. No. When you put it that way,
yeah.
I think being on grass, like and leaning on your fist.
I know.
I mean, what kind of balance? No.
Yeah, I know. Weird, right?
I'm not down for that. No.
So that was one of them. Did I write down any others?
I've got I got Nick from a guy in high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. His name
for the podcast, Bibi just mouthed me the name of the boy she's talking about.
I'll name out 2, but that's it. That's my max. So we were sitting on a curb, and it was like 2 a.m. I don't know. We'd done some fire pit in the forest or whatever.
Whatever you fucking loved a fire pit in school.
Yeah, I still do.
I was like, what are you doing on Saturday night? Fire pit. Like, always.
So true.
So weird. Like, I never did that.
Fire pit.
It's because you were friends with like older boys. and they just wanted to like light
Amazing.
things on fire and like drink warm beer.
That is so accurate. And
So weird.
I wouldn't, but
And
they
you
just...
lapped it up.
I lapped it up, bruv. I'm, yeah, what can I say? Slut to the core.
Slut to the core. Sorry, carry on. Your ick.
So we were sat on this, on the pavement, and bear in mind, listeners, I was in love with this boy for like 5 years, like an intense, all-consuming crush. And then we were sat there and I was thinking, oh my God, we're having deep chats, like we're talking about us and like each other. And he gets his...
Earth and like each other.
Us and each other.
Oh, us.
Like,
and...
yeah. Earth, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he spoke about Earth.
Yeah, you definitely spoke about the Earth, probably.
And he got his backpack out, and his backpack kind of fell over, and an orange like fell from his backpack, and it just started rolling down the street at like a real pace.
That's a real pace.
At a real pace.
What kind of orange was it?
It was like easy peel M&S. It was giving
A little small one.
yeah, a little small one. Hence the speed. So, he was chasing after this orange down the street, and I remember watching him, like sat there watching him chase this M&S easy peel orange, and thinking, wow, 5 years
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. I feel nothing.
Fixed. I feel disgust.
Yeah.
Like,
That's so
when
funny.
I tell you, I've never forgotten the chase in the orange.
That's hilarious.
The crazy thing is, I don't even think he caught it.
Oh, no.
I think I'm
It kept
almost
going.
certain he just
What
gave
the
up.
Were you on like a massive hill or something? Why was it so rapid?
I'm not sure, unless maybe it wasn't, and it was like going slowly. But he was. I mean, we were drunk. Maybe he was like, oh God, you know when you kind of like half-heartedly go, oh come on, like oh for God's sake.
Like when
And
like a
it
napkin gets blown away in the wind and you're like,
you're not like chasing it,
you're like,
but you're like,
come on, and it just keeps, and it's like, oh, and it just like keeps going away.
chase me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
So funny.
Biggest ick I ever got.
So I found a really good page of like really niche icks
Oh, brilliant.
that I wanted to share with you.
Okay.
And I thought we could go through all of them and discuss.
Okay.
We'll be like, yeah or no, or and like if you want to share why, we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 1. When he tests ice cream with those baby tester spoons and can't figure out where to put it after. Them putting on water shoes to wear around a water park. I don't mind that because I would do
I
that.
really understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very similar to your story. Chasing a ping pong ball is just never okay for anyone. And it's the same as the orange.
Chasing anything. Don't bother, let it go.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if it's a £50 note flying in the wind. Let it go.
Okay. Okay. This one, I think, actually might be my biggest ick of all time because I don't think there's anyone that can make this okay.
Oh my God.
Walking back after your turn in bowling. No one can make that okay. Like, if I think about Paul Mescal, even then I'm like, oh, at a push, okay.
Oh
but
my
like,
God, that's so true.
like Jack Martin does a bowls and like he turns around.
Yeah, no, even
It's
him.
Gross. It's
Even him.
mortifying.
Because where do you look?
If you get a good one, you don't want to seem like
Too excited.
But then if you miss all of them, that's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, you're right. That's so fair.
The next one is when he sings the wrong lyrics so confidently and thinks it's right. I don't mind that much.
I don't
'Cause
hate
I feel like
that.
I do that.
Yeah. I mean, no, I can see how that. You'd be like, oh.
Yeah. When he jumbles his words and says, Blair, I can't talk today. But I do that.
Oh,
You think that's cute?
Yeah.
When they push a pull door.
When you.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay. Tell the story.
Okay. High school picture, 2000 and something.
Yeah.
And we're old. And I was like, it was the end of school, 3:30, you know, and I was walking
Me and Goose walked home to and from school together every damn day.
every damn day. So immediately,
Even when you moved only a mere few feet from the school, we still waited for each other to walk those
Oh my God,
30
that's so
seconds
true.
to your door. And
You'd
I'd be
actually-
like, well, see you tomorrow. That is how strong the friendship is.
you would come to that house that was a stone's throw
From school. Yeah.
and you would come and sit and wait, and we would go
Yep.
together.
Yeah.
That's well cute, you know. That's
love.
well cute, bruv. So yeah, so waiting for, so we'd wait in like this area which was like between two gates. It was quite a
At the
big
front of the
area
school,
at the front of the
yeah.
school, and that's the only place you could wait, otherwise get told off. And
Yeah.
I waited there, and I walked in, and I was like, oh, Weaver's got to be here somewhere. And I clocked her immediately by the reception. The reception, which bear in mind is made purely of glass. Now,
Important not to forget
it
this.
was not to forget
Yeah.
is key information. So I'm looking at Weave, and I'm like, oh, your name's Weave, by the way.
Yeah, we had
The
we
audience know
disclosed
that?
that in the
right.
first episode.
Oh,
We're all
perfect.
good.
Okay.
It's episode 3. Let's go.
Yeah. Deep in now.
They know Weavers.
I love how, as if all the people here that I can.
Okay, do you all know that? Yeah,
that I could be referring
Right,
to.
yeah. You know Weave? Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're good to go.
Because of all the people here,
Yeah.
this is Weave, okay? So let's just get that straight. So I see Weave looking through the glass into reception. I don't know what the hell you're looking at. Just looking to see, like peering in to see whatever, maybe the notice board or something. So I'm like, there she is. I start confidently walking towards her. As I'm watching you, she just leans in. Smacks her head against the glass and like recoils.
It was so hard.
It was hard.
Like,
it was a smack.
From my side of the story, I was waiting for a bit. And I was like, come on, fuck's case, come on. Like, you've only got to walk 2 minutes down that way. And then, so I walked down to the reception because I'm like, oh, maybe she's in here. Don't know. I'm having a little peer in. Don't see that the glass is like actually really like way closer than it actually is. Knock my head so hard on it. I'm like, I literally get whiplash. And then it's obviously so fucking embarrassing. And I'm stunned, and I'm like, walk back a bit, and I'm like, God, that really hurt. Look to my right, and I just see you pissing yourself, like absolutely creasing, looking at me and walking towards me.
Oh my
That's
God.
a core memory.
That's
And my
a
memory is terrible, and I
core-
remember that so well.
Such a core memory. Iconic.
Oh dear. Okay,
God.
Ix. Him walking angrily in flip flops. But I think men in flip flops. That's an
Ooh,
ick.
yeah.
Men in. I think flip flops
Yeah, I
generally.
don't like that.
I don't like flip flops generally.
No, that's so.
I hate the little
Yeah.
the flip flop.
Oh yeah.
Is that? Do you not know that?
Oh. The flip flop.
Yeah, that's why they're called flip flops. It's like flip flop, flip flop.
The whole world's just changed.
When he asks a retail worker for help and they don't hear him. That's horrible when that happens. We go, excuse me, and they're like,
Oh
no, you
no.
walk past you.
Oh no.
It's like when you ask for the bill in a restaurant and they just walk past
yeah.
you. And for
Oh.
ages you're like, oh my God, I want to tell the story of, God, we're never going to get through these icks. I want to tell the story of when we went to that restaurant with our friend Tilly, and we went to this place because there's this like website where you can get like discounted meals.
my God, yeah.
Where it's like you get to go to quite a nice restaurant, but they do like a certain deal on a certain day of the week, and you get like whatever discount. And obviously we're all broke girls, so we were like, fantastic.
It ended up still being really expensive because
Yes,
they
yeah.
only do 50% off for really expensive restaurants.
Yeah, and we're like, but it turned out it was like a nice, I don't know, it was fine.
It was a nice experience.
Yeah, it was a nice experience.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were sat in this nice restaurant, and you know, as girls do, need the bathroom. So we go for like wheeze at different times or whatever. And there's this table right next to the bathroom with these like older women, like I think there's like maybe 2 women and a man or something like that. And I saw one of the women, let's call her Pamela. Pamela's like Aggie. Like she's got an Aggie vibe. And I saw her like death staring people and stuff when they would come out the bathroom.
Just scowly, yeah.
Very scowly. And I was like, what's that fucking deal? I didn't really get it. But I'm that person that's always very aware of like what the vibe is of other people. Because I'm like, I don't know. Tilly, I think, goes to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And walks out and leaves the door open. And this woman, I can't remember what she said, like, wow, close the door.
She was like, excuse me. And then Tilly was like, yeah. She was like, close the door after you when you go to the bathroom. We're sat right next to the bathroom.
Yeah, like she was really annoyed.
Well, don't, like, the restaurant's not exactly packed. I think we were one of 3 groups in there. It's like, just move table, bruv.
Yeah, or like...
Or don't scream
deal
about
with
it.
Yeah. And I saw her do it to a couple other people and we were like, oh, what bitch, like, fuck off. Because she wasn't just being like nice about it, she was being really like Karen-y about it.
Yeah.
And I just don't like rude people. Anyway, we were like, oh, what dickhead, and like whatever. And after we paid for the bill, we were like, Goose, we dare, because you're like, I need to eat, and we were like, right, we dare you.
Also, bear in mind, I will do any dare.
You will do.
You give me a dare, I will fucking do that dare.
Like, because everyone's
try
like,
me.
If you play like truth or dare, people never fucking do the dares because they're pussies. And I am that. I'm a pussy. But you will do the dare.
Social anxiety is scared of me.
Yeah, literally.
Says the girl who was on all fours outside Jerry's.
Yeah. So we should talk about all the dares that you've done in our time.
Yeah.
That's a whole other podcast episode. So we were like, right, Goose, we dare you when you go to the bathroom, leave the door wide open. Just to piss off Pamela.
Just to upset this woman.
Yeah.
I was like, sorted.
Yeah, you're like, no worries. So me and Tilly go outside because we're scared.
Yeah. Every time, actually. Every time I'm dared to do something, you guys run.
Yeah.
And then I come back. I'm expecting cheers, awards, love, praise, roses. Nobody's there.
Yeah.
Nobody's there to see it because you're all fucking too scared of the consequences.
We just want to hear what happened but not actually be there. So then you go to the bathroom, you leave the door wide open and you stroll out that restaurant and she's shouting off
at a leisurely pace too.
And she's like, excuse me. Like she's shouting off to you. Iconic.
Yep.
Oh.
God, Pamela's, eh?
Next one. When he's shopping with his mum for new shoes and she makes him walk down the aisle to see how they fit.
That's rough. I remember when I would do that with like going shopping with my mum in the school days. And I'd be like,
new school shoes.
If anyone saw me, like if I bump into anyone,
I'm going to die. That's it.
That's it. It's my social rep is ruined.
Yeah. All of that social cred that we had.
Yeah.
Saying someone's in here while he's in the bathroom stall and someone tries to open the door. Someone's here.
Occupied.
When he's on the outside of the dance circle jumping and trying to get in.
Oh no, that's sad.
This was like...
That's rough.
When he gets a haircut and they're wearing that Lil Cape, lol.
That little cape, lol.
That little cape, lol.
Oh no. Yeah, no. If I see a man get a haircut, actually the aftermath too.
Well, it's the aftermath that's the worst bit.
Yeah,
Men always look awful after they get their haircut.
Awful.
Give it a few weeks to grow out and it's okay.
Even the best looking man.
I know.
My friend, so she's been with her boyfriend for like 8 years. Like they're gonna get married. And she said that he got a haircut recently and she said she cried.
Oh,
she was
God,
like,
I feel that.
Yeah. Because she was just like, what am I supposed to do now? Like you're disgusting.
I don't love you anymore.
Yeah.
Give us a few days and we'll go over it. It's fine.
Yeah. I remember hearing one or seeing it on Twitter or something. And it was a girl saying her boyfriend signed up for a charity boxing match because he did boxing as a hobby. And he signed up for a charity boxing match and he lost. And she said that she had to break up with him after that.
What?
Because he lost.
No. I don't, I'm not on board with those ones. I'd be like, go on, sweetie. You did it for charity. That's the important thing.
Oh, if he does it for charity though and tries to raise money and then he loses.
Yeah, but he still raised money for charity.
You're a better person than I am.
Yeah, and we know that. The next one that I thought was hilarious, and I so agree because I think my first ex did this with his pet, and it was like him petting his dog with his bare foot. And I can just see it of like them like do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, yeah, I hate that.
I wouldn't even do that to my cat. Like,
Yeah.
unless I'm walking and I have somewhere to be and I have to give a quick pet, I go like that. But like, I wouldn't sit there and no.
Oh, this one when it's windy and he's trying to navigate napkins.
How about when if you're sat somewhere and there's like wasps around and he's trying to like avoid the wasps?
Oh, but that's me. I'm like,
It's all right for us to do it.
yeah, true.
Umbrella going inside out.
You're just talking about like generally like difficult things for us, but I think it's okay. I don't know.
Umbrella going inside out.
Well, yeah, but that happens to me like loads, and I would hate for the love of my life to be like, I don't want to be with you anymore because your umbrella went inside out. That's out of my control.
It's when a man can't control the elements.
That's your ick.
That's the ick.
When he's not a Greek god, I don't want to know.
I don't know your face.
One of my friends went on like a really bad date, and he walked up the stairs in front of her 2 steps at a time, and she was like, instant ick.
That's rough.
I do think if I was on
That's
a date with Paul Mescal and we like, you know, arrived at a bar and he was like, oh, it's just upstairs. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, like running up the stairs 2 at a time, I would be a bit like, interesting.
Yes.
How cute your little tush so tight.
Or like, you know when you're going up the stairs and you decide to just like go on all fours?
Yeah.
Imagine.
But
He's
I would
perfect
join
for that.
him. I love going up the stairs on all
legend.
fours. I've been doing that
Yeah.
recently because I hurt my ankle. So much better. Why do we
great.
rob ourselves of these joys that we used to do when we were younger?
Yeah. Well, one of my friends who I cat sit for her sometimes. I remember the first time I went. We're all anyway.
It's been a long week.
I don't know where that was going. So I was cat sitting with her the first time, and there's like stairs. When you open the door, there's stairs going up to the apartment. And she was just like, hey, yeah, come on in. And then she just went on all fours up the stairs and didn't address it.
Oh my god.
And I was like, this is why I like you. Like,
did you follow
this
suit?
Is why I followed suit, and we didn't address it.
I'm obsessed.
I was so pleased.
That's hilarious. Maybe I'm now going to only measure people I have in my life by if they do that.
Yeah. And you just do it and see how they react.
That's hilarious.
See if they pass the vibe check.
That is the vibe check.
That's the vibe check, yeah.
I love that. Any more icks, or should we move on to stories? 'Cause I don't want to get
Yeah, let's go on to stories.
Okay.
I know we said we were only doing one, but I've actually got a really short one.
Okay.
It's more of a confession. It's titled, I pretended to be demon possessed to get out of being grounded. So 8 years ago, my parents were both Christian, and 12-year-old me was still on the fence.
Oh my god.
One day they got into a fight with me over being on my phone too much, and were going to take it away, and I was very addicted to my phone. So I banged my head on the table and then told my parents a demon had possessed me. And now I've seen the light and have converted to Christianity. They believed me and even played a worship song celebrating the occasion. Now I'm 20 and I regret being so manipulative.
Oh my god.
Isn't that nuts? Like, you pretend to be possessed. I'm kind of like, it's quite smart, you know? Because he's clearly not subscribed to whatever his parents have said, which is tough when you're a kid.
Yeah, that is
And
tough.
has used it against them.
Yeah, he's like literally
boys going
like,
places.
yeah.
He's gonna work in like advertising or finance.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Jokes.
You're right. He's literally like used what they believe in against them to get out of like rules
Just
they're
get his
imposing.
phone.
Yeah,
At 8 years old.
at 8 years old.
Yeah.
No, you said it was 8 years ago.
Oh. 12-year-old me.
12 years old.
12.
That's
smart.
wild. Man's really
Smart.
wanted to play Angry Birds. Like, that's crazy.
I get that. I know that game.
Wow.
All right, so
Okay.
do you have a...
I have a
me.
great story, and it's one that hasn't come from Reddit. It's come from a friend. And this friend can't remember who told him, so
Yeah.
it's like, whatever. And it's going to be completely anonymous because I don't even know who it's about anyway, but I asked his consent to share, and he said it's fine.
Okay.
Just for
Oh,
not
so
mentioning his
excited.
name, which is fine. So, we've got two people in this situation. We've got a woman, let's call her Jane.
Okay.
And a man, let's call him Scott.
Okay.
Jane and Scott go on a date. Great first date. Jane thinks Scott is hot.
Nice.
Really fancies him. All goes well. She goes back to his. Little Smee Smee. She stays the night. So the next morning, oh yeah, that was really nice. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And Jane's like, oh, Scott's just lovely. She really likes him. She's like, that went really well. Like, I really want to see him again. And he says, I've got to go to work now. But in his apartment building, it was like, when you go out the front door, it locks behind you. So you don't need a key or anything when you leave.
No, I've heard this story.
No.
No? Sorry.
Well, it's like
really
this is
excited.
a personal story, so I don't think so. This is a person, not like a, I don't know. Anyway, wait till I tell you.
Okay, sorry, I got excited.
So he was like, in the morning, yep, just like, so he's going to work. He's like, don't stress about it. I'm going to go to work. You take your time, chill, like leave whenever you want, whatever. Help yourself to whatever you want. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, great. She has a shower. She's like, you know, God, it was such a great night. I can't lie, I'm so happy about this, blah, blah, blah. And she takes like a massive shit.
I know the story.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't fake it. I've seen this on TikTok or something.
What does she do with the shit?
I bet your mate saw it on she can't flush it. Puts it in a bag.
And then does what?
And then she goes out the door. She's like, I'm gonna take this out. And so she goes to leave a cute note for him. No?
Not the note.
Oh, okay. All right, well...
Everything else up to that point, yeah.
So she leaves a note for him, and while she's writing the note, she leaves the shit on the table by the door. And she says, I had a lovely time, Jane X. She leaves forgetting she left the shit by the door. She goes out, it shuts behind her. And she thinks, oh... But with the note, from the version I saw, it's like she remembers just the note and then the shit right next to it, the bag of shit. So it just says, had a lovely time, Jane. And then...
What?
I asked him if he saw it on TikTok.
No, maybe he was like,
I can't remember who it was.
Like, God, I really can't remember who told me this. And he was like racking his brain, trying to like think, oh God, he told me this. Motherfucker saw it on fucking TikTok.
That is actually our generation in a nutshell. It's like, where did I read this?
They're like, I read this thing, and it's like, you watched it on TikTok. Oh my God, I can't believe that. I was so psyched because I was like, I can't believe that I like almost know someone that's done this. Oh my God. I'm going to text
a classic
him
tale.
straight after this and be like, you didn't fucking know someone that told you that.
Get off your phone.
Yeah. He doesn't use TikTok or anything like that.
Doesn't he?
No, he doesn't use... His Reddit is his main thing that he loves consuming.
Or maybe
content
this one girl's really popular around West London.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I just heard from someone.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Well, that's my story. Done.
So what you got?
Well, yeah, no, I have another one.
Oh, you have another
This one's dark.
one? Tell me.
Okay. The same friend told me about this and it's on Reddit, so it's true.
Okay. It's on Reddit, so it's true.
So it's true. Right, so there's a Reddit community called the RBI, like the FBI, but Reddit, and it's where all the dark shit happens.
That. Oh my God, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the title is, my sister, this was posted 2 days ago. Yeah. Fresh.
Fresh meat.
So, my sister's roommate dropped her off at the airport and no one has seen her since. So there has been an update to it, but I'll read you the first bit.
Sister's roommate.
My sister's roommate was dropped off at the airport, but no one has seen her since. So no one's seen this girl since she was dropped off at the airport.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
For context, my sister lives in Savannah, Georgia with her soon-to-be ex-husband and their roommate. The rest of our family lives in California. They've lived there since November 2022. On Saturday, my sister texted several family members that she was coming home to California. This was a surprise to us. She said that she had quit her job and was coming home. Monday comes and my sister texts me again. She says she is still at the airport. I ask her where she is and I send her a location request, but she doesn't message me back. On Monday night, someone calls our father from my sister's cell phone. They are asking if my father is Brenda's dad and if he's been in contact with her. Why did someone call my dad from her phone? I get in contact this morning with my sister's soon-to-be ex-husband. I ask him if I can have the roommate's name and number. He says he does not know her last name or number. He tells me that the day Miranda, the roommate, dropped Brenda off at the airport, so Brenda is the sister, I'm just realising, that she collected all of her things and left their apartment. She no longer lives there. So Brenda's just upped and left. According to Brenda's soon-to-be ex, her phone had activity at 3 a.m. on Tuesday. But she went to the airport on Sunday. And no one's seen her. So this person who's written this said, my sister always gets back to me and I know someone has her phone, but why? And, sorry, let me carry on. Needless to say, I'm terrified. We are in contact with the Savannah Police Department. I want to get in contact with the local airports to ask their security footage to see if Miranda actually dropped Brenda off, because now she's like, I don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Also, my sister texted Miranda and Miranda did not disclose what airport, terminal or anything was to the family. She asked my sister's full name. Oh, so then they asked, what? Oh, I think there's a bit of a language barrier with this because some of it doesn't make sense. Okay, so update. My sister was located at a hospital. And we are bringing her home to California the second she can leave. Thank you to everyone who offered help. These last few days have been really stressful. We have my sister and she's alive. Blah, blah, blah.
But she won't say what happened.
No. And there's not been an edit of like what's happening now, because there's another edit that was like just saying I can't really give any information because it's like getting serious. So basically what's happened, her sister sends her a weird text like, I'm coming home, and it's all a bit strange. It doesn't really seem like her.
Yeah.
Then she's meant to be going to the airport. They don't hear from her for a few days, and like someone's called from the sister's phone, but it's not the sister. Like all this weird shit. Then they find her in a hospital.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
whoa. Like weird, right?
That's
and all the comments are like
creepy.
This is so weird. Like it's like someone commented like, your sister didn't answer a locations request because it would show that she was not at the airport. Call her workplace and ask how her decision to quit was received. Awfully convenient that the husband doesn't know the roommate's last name or phone number. Like, you would know those details of someone that was living with you.
Yeah.
I think the ex-husband did something weird.
I was about to say.
It's always the man.
It's always the man. Yeah, ex-husband, yeah. He's out. He's out for blood.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's so freaky.
I know, right?
You know what? I actually heard a similar story from the boat guy.
Oh, yeah.
In LA. Well, this man's crazy. He's got some crazy stories.
Yeah.
We were talking about like how really like scary, you know, America can be, and he was like a big believer in every woman should have a gun. Like every woman should own a gun. And I was like, so why do you think that? And he was like, well, my sister was kidnapped. And I was like, he said it so casually, and I was like, I beg your pardon? Your sister was what? Kidnapped? Kidnapped? And he was like, yeah, she was kidnapped. I was like, elaborate. And he said that it was by the Mexican Cartel, apparently, who grabbed her off the street. She was in Mexico, I believe, rather than being in California. I don't know. And they grabbed her, put her in the boot of their trunk, their trunk, trunk of their boot.
The trunk is the boot.
And trunk of their boot trunk. In the trunk.
In the trunk of their car.
like American slang and English slang. I don't know which one, so I'll say both. The boot trunk. And so they put her in there.
The trunk of their boot.
Trunk of their boot. And he didn't hear from her for like a week. The family were like, where has she gone? She's gone to Mexico and now she's disappeared. Like, and then she escaped. And he didn't tell me many details, but they had kept her for a week. And he said that they were just keeping her. He didn't really go into details, but
probably for her to like be like a drug mule.
100%. Yeah. And then she escaped and came back to California.
I want to know how she escaped.
I was dying to know more details, but he was so kind of like casually saying it and then was like moving on to a different subject.
You were
like,
I
was like, but this doesn't happen in
Yeah,
England.
yeah.
You know, like, this is normal for you.
This does not happen in West London.
Not in West London.
Tell me more. Christ.
So it's like, oh God, but, I mean, you would freak.
Well, yeah. You would freak.
I'd be really calm personally.
Would you be freaking out in the trunk boot? In the boot trunk?
Oh, if I got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Oh, if I got kidnapped. I think at first
You'd
I'd be
love
like,
the attention.
oh, no, I'd be like, so why did you choose me?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, shut up back there. But like, no, go on. Why me out of all the other girls?
What do you like about me?
What do you like about me?
So I want to be an actor, but like I don't really know like what I should do next because I'm kind of thinking of like, should I move to LA? Should I like stay in London?
He's like, oh my God, boy, shut up.
I'm like, I'm writing a play, but like, you know, it's so hard these days. I'm like, do I go to Edinburgh Festival? Like, do I...
Because like I still live at home, but like that's fine, isn't it? At my
fine.
age,
I'm really 30,
like,
but
I'm
like,
really
that's
30,
fine.
but
Like,
in this economy, right? Get out. Imagine if me and you got kidnapped.
Oh my God.
We'd be like, no.
This would be great for the podcast. Should we like, let's write, I don't know, like let's I think do you know what I've always thought, right? I was like, if I ever got mugged or attacked on the street, I would just be really weird and freak them out so much that they left me alone. Like if they were like, give me fucking money, I'd be like, yeah, like just start doing really weird shit. Or like be like, speak like a Simlish or something, like make up my own language and be like,
Spina no kosmina.
and like that, like
like
you know, just like do some weird shit or like I don't know,
start like barking and running towards them.
or like act like a monkey, like,
Go
like
through
start
all the
smacking my
animals.
bum or like
Do the butt dance.
yeah.
Dick and Dom. Do the butt there.
That would surely put off an attacker. They'd be so confused
Yeah, they'd be confused.
that they'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay, this is a whole thing.
Yeah. I just wanted your phone, but like, you know what? Keep it. It's fine.
So Bella, she got her phone mugged last year. They tried to actually.
Oh, really?
Right in front of her because she lived in East London. So she was classic. So she was like walking down.
Because she lived in East London, so of course they were taking her phone.
It's the prime hub, you know. And
Prime hub.
prime hub of phone stealing. So she was walking down the street, and this guy, like, he comes up and he's like, give me your phone. And so for context, Bella is like, she's the personification of the colour pink. So she was like, she went, and starts like really girly screaming and running. And like going, no. And the guy is so like shocked by it. He leaves her.
No way. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
weird them out. Do something really weird
Yeah.
that they then back off. Because obviously in that moment, they've also got adrenaline pumping through their body.
Oh, yeah.
And they're shitting their pants.
Yeah, he's probably like, I really don't want to do this, but
Yeah.
I'm broke.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm brother same. Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Us getting kidnapped.
That would be...
It's hilarious.
Well, would it? I think the reality of the situation would be a lot darker, but I'll just pretty freaking. I'd probably pass out. I'd faint.
You would
I would
faint.
faint.
I'd be like, for God's sake. I'd be like, don't worry, she does this all the
Yeah.
time. Like, she probably looked at her arm, you know?
Yeah. Literally.
Oh, dear.
Well, this has been
Well.
No Judgement Zone.
This has been No Judgement Zone. We've been Goose and Weave.
And as always, you can email us, DM us with your wild stories, confessions, whatever's. Anything that we can
At
share.
this point. We're fascinated by all of your things.
No Judgement Zone pod. Is that what it is? No Judgement Zone pod at outlook.com.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. Get involved.
Get involved, guys.
Get involved.
Come on. Oh dear.
Beautiful. What are we gonna call this one? Like something like oranges down the road, like
Rolling oranges and fists on grass.
it's so gross.